I'll just say while we're waiting, I saw somebody asked about electric buses. This is another one of my passions.
I was going to ask that just because I have no yeah.
So the point is that if you have a rechargeable bus battery, it uses lithium, and lithium extraction can be very harmful for communities in the global south. Um, we are going to need lithium, and that means that we need much better mining technologies and should probably be much more expensive, and we should use it more carefully, 100%. I think that with buses, this is kind of technical, but I think, and maybe in some ways helpful, is the idea that we're talking about is like a mass infusion of electric buses onto city streets. And the minute that you discover which corridors are most popular, you can then convert those into trolley buses, essentially, where it's similar to a streetcar, but with a bus. So that's actually pretty quick infrastructure to build. You don't have to lay rail, just electric line. And then the buses that are going on the trolley line, getting the energy from the line up top, don't need to have the same big heavy batteries inside. That's actually way more resource efficient. People, the lefties in Barcelona are obsessed with these trolley buses. And then once those trolley buses get really packed, that's when you can think about moving to light rail or even to a subway. So the idea is you kind of like sort of flood the streets with a network of buses that are going very, very often. And you just transition each route as it makes sense into a trolley line with a dedicated lane, maybe even like a physical separation, bus rapid transit style. And eventually, if the capacity is no longer able to be met by a bus, then you can move to rail. So we are going to use electric battery buses. However, that being said, as soon as we really have a full modal shift from cars to public transit, plus walking and biking, obviously, once we have that full modal shift, then everywhere where it's feasible, we shift to the trolley line. So it's a bit of a both and, but it's like once we have that like abundance of public investment perspective, then we can really do beautiful things.